Do, 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 do. Drip, dip, dip, do, 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 drip, do, do. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and get the audio right. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get that audio right. Let's see if we can set this up. We're gonna start off the broadcast. I'm gonna let people come in if people are around. It is Sunday evening, so I imagine we're gonna catch one or two stragglers up in the building. But while they're coming in, while people are becoming aware, I'm just gonna go ahead and start us off right, y'all. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if you've seen this, but all I'm gonna say right now is I'm thoroughly impressed. All right, and I mean it. And I mean it. We're gonna talk about it on the other side, but in the meantime, let's just go ahead and listen to this man right here. Hold on. Let's listen to the man right here because I heard parts of it before, but I just want to hear it all completely. All his this entire video. It's about 8.5 minutes long. I wanted to hear it. So without further ado, I'm gonna play it even if there's no one else here, man. We're just gonna go ahead and play it. It's Donald Trump for y'all. President Donald Trump of the United States of America, and do not get it messed up. This is Donald Trump right here, and he's got some words for you.
States brought the world's judges.
Oh man, audio. Here we go.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He was the founder and leader of ISIS, the most ruthless and violent terror organization anywhere in the world. The United States has been searching for Baghdadi for many years. Capturing or killing Baghdadi has been the top national security priority of my administration. U.S. Special Operations Forces executed a dangerous and daring nighttime raid in northwestern Syria and accomplished their mission in grand style. The U.S. personnel were incredible. I got to watch much of it. No personnel were lost in the operation to a dead-end tunnel, whimpering and crying and screaming all the way. The compound had been cleared by this time, with people either surrendering or being shot and killed. 11 young children were moved out of the house and are uninjured. The only ones remaining were Baghdadi in the tunnel, and he had dragged 3 of his young children with him. They were led to certain death. He reached the end of the tunnel as our dogs chased him down. He ignited his vest, killing himself and the 3 children. His body was mutilated by the blast. The tunnel had caved in on it in addition. But test results gave certain, immediate, and totally positive identification. It was him. The thug who tried so hard to intimidate others spent his last moments in utter fear, in total panic and dread, terrified of the American forces bearing down on him. We were in the compound for approximately 2 hours, and after the mission was accomplished, we took highly sensitive material and information from the raid, much having to do with ISIS, origins, future plans, things that we very much want. Baghdadi's demise demonstrates America's relentless pursuit of terrorist leaders and our commitment to the enduring and total defeat of ISIS and other terrorist organizations. Our reach is very long. As you know, last month we announced that we recently killed Hamza bin Laden, the very violent son of Osama bin Laden, who was saying very bad things about people, about our country, about the world. He was the heir apparent to Al-Qaeda, terrorists who oppress and murder innocent people should never sleep soundly, knowing that we will completely destroy them. These savage monsters will not escape their fate, and they will not escape the final judgment of God. Baghdadi has been on the run for many years, long before I took office. But in my direction, as Commander-in-Chief of the United States, we obliterated his caliphate 100% in March of this year. Today's events are another reminder that we will continue to pursue the remaining ISIS terrorists to their brutal end. That also goes for other terrorist organizations. They are likewise in our sights. Baghdadi and the losers who worked for him, and losers they are. They had no idea what they were getting into. In some cases, they were very frightened puppies. In other cases, they were hardcore killers. But they killed many, many people. Their murder of innocent Americans, James Foley, Stephen Sotloff, Peter Kasich, and Kayla Mueller, were especially heinous. The shocking publicized murder of Jordanian pilot, a wonderful young man, spoke to the king of Jordan. They all knew him, they all loved him. He was burned alive in a cage for all to see on the execution of Christians in Libya and Egypt, as well as the genocidal mass murder of Yazidis, rank ISIS among the most depraved organizations in the history of our world. The forced religious conversions, the orange suits prior to so many beheadings, all of which were openly displayed for the world to see. This was all that Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, this is what he wanted. This is what he was proud of. He was a sick and depraved man, and now he's gone. Baghdadi was vicious and violent, and he died in a vicious and violent way as a coward, running and crying. This raid was impeccable and could only have taken place with the acknowledgement and help of certain other nations and people. I want to thank the nations of Russia, Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, and I also want to thank the Syrian Kurds for certain support they were able to give us. This was a very, very dangerous mission. Thank you as well to the great intelligence professionals who helped make this very successful journey possible. I want to thank the soldiers and sailors, airmen, and Marines involved in last night's operation. You are the very best there is anywhere in the world. No matter where you go, there is nobody even close. I want to thank General Mark Milley and our Joint Chiefs of Staff. And I also want to thank our professionals who work in other agencies of the United States government and were critical to the mission's unbelievable success. Last night was a great night for the United States and for the world. A brutal killer, one who has caused so much hardship and death, has violently been eliminated. He will never again harm another innocent man, woman, or child. He died like a dog. He died like a coward. The world is now a much safer place. God bless America. Thank you.
All right, y'all. I just wanted to touch upon that. I hadn't seen this video in its entirety. This particular 8 to 9 minute excerpt from earlier, Donald Trump making an announcement. I gotta say, I want to make this video a standalone video, man. I just want to touch upon it a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut it off, and then I'm just probably gonna come back on, all right, and do a little bit of live broadcasting and stuff, man. For some reason, I want to do it today, all right, and we're gonna be doing it a little bit more. We're gonna be getting more into the swing of things as far as the live streams go. All right, but I wanted to touch upon that because it was very important. I got little snippets of it earlier, in which I heard Donald Trump saying this and that and stuff like that. I heard people they would play little 5-10 second excerpts of it, and I knew that I knew that it wouldn't disappoint, and that's why I wanted to watch it here with y'all together and let y'all know. It's like I don't know about y'all out there. Right, but I gotta say, as far as bad folks and stuff like that, like people who say in general deserve justice and everybody knows it, I dig this kind of rhetoric, right? And it's the kind of rhetoric that Donald Trump has basically invented, all right, or basically brought to the forefront of politics in a way that nobody else has even ever come close, all right? Thoroughly impressed. I've always been thoroughly impressed over these past couple of years with Donald Trump's rhetoric. What is it, 2, 3, 4 years now? With Donald Trump's rhetoric. Thoroughly impressed, all right? And this is no exception. Keywords. I mean, when you're describing someone who supposedly we're supposed to dislike and stuff, I want to know that you came and you hunted him down. Like, as far as an American standpoint, if we have like someone, he's overseas, he's wanting to be a terrorist, he wants to do all that Alibaba stuff, and he wants to start cutting off people's heads, putting it on videos so that everybody else can see it, so that it could be terrorized by it. Well, if that is the case, that's my whole thing is why don't we go ahead and hunt him down? And after we do hunt him down, why don't we talk all about it? And why don't we talk all bad about him? All right. I'm not saying this about a general people or any general nation speaking, in broad strokes. I'm talking about certain people. We're supposed to have beef with certain people. Certain people are talking bad about America. Certain people are snatching up Americans and chopping off their heads. All right, then. Let's just go ahead and be real with it. See, God is on our side, number one. All right. And I know America, we've done a lot of bad things, this and that. But ultimately, that is what it is, all right? Ultimately, everybody who's against, say, America, or just to speak in generalities, everybody who's against freedom, everybody who's against liberty, everybody who's against the idea of free speech, you understand that free speech is not a thing that exists around the world, all right? And there's some savages, dude, and they'll resort to their savage ways, all right? Their godless ways. And when they do, I want to know as a country, and I want to hear from our president, I want to hear how we tracked them down and hunted them down and basically, quote, obliterated them. All right. I want to have them obliterated. And I don't know. I don't know if anybody else feels me out there, but say if we did have enemies and say if they were guilty of all these heinous things, and you know what I mean? Like, it's an organized terrorist organization. What I want is for them to get hunted down, all right, and trapped inside their little caves, right? I want them to be treated like some savages, trap you in a cave, obliterate you, destroy you, and then talk bad about you after we did it, and call you a coward. Say that you died in a cowardly way, like a little girl crying crying in the corner of a cave. That's how I want you to go out. I'm being honest with y'all right now. All right. That is how I want you to go out. And I want the president to come on. That's the thing about it. Nobody's ever done this for me before. Barack Obama, he thought he was all good at killing and stuff like that. He never came out and said, hey, listen, we caught that coward slipping. We caught him up in a cave. We went ahead and destroyed him. We went ahead and obliterated his whole body. We didn't give a dang about it. We got the DNA results and stuff. We know it's him, dude. We got all these independent people, and they took the DNA, and guess what? It's him, dude. We don't have no kind of doubt. He is a savage and a loser. And everybody who ran with him, there's some losers too, dude. We had to kill some of his people just because, dude. They're in the way, so we killed them like some dirty dogs, and that's just what we did, all right? Because that's what they had coming, all right? That's how I want people to react. That's how I want the president to hold himself. I mean, he did it in an immaculate way. I couldn't even imagine a better way than calling them some losers, saying they ain't about nothing, saying, oh, you want to follow their footsteps? Oh, we're going to find you too. We're going to find you in a cave. And we're going to blow you to smithereens, dude. We're from America, right? Please don't come talking that noise. And not only that, we're going to do it with the help of, we're going to do it with teamwork, dude. We're going to get the help from Russia. We're going to get help from Turkey. We're going to get help from Iraq. And I know it's a lot of people who might not believe it, but that's what I want to hear. I want to hear, oh man, Russia came in, they helped us. Turkey helped us. Iraq helped us. We were not giving a dang about y'all, dude. We run stuff around here. We will find you in a cave or wherever it is that you're hiding at, dude, and we will blow you to smithereens, all right? And that's a promise and a guarantee. Please come talking that stuff. Please say something about America. Please think that you're going to get your hands on an American and stuff like that and think that we won't blow you to smithereens, all right? Like the godless savages that you are. I know it sounds bad, but it's just like, dude, that's exactly what I wanted, all right? And I just had to put that out there. Anyways, Donald Trump, all right? His thing, his rhetoric alone, I'm going to leave out on this note, his rhetoric alone is fantastic. I mean, it's exceptional. It is mind-blowing, all right? And then when you consider policies and this and that, I mean, it just gets better and better. No, we don't agree on everything. No, I don't like every single one of his policies, stuff like that. But the rhetoric, oh man, it couldn't get no better, all right? And I appreciate that about him, all right? Anyways, I'll holler at y'all. It's October the 27th, 2019.